and your champion of the 2024 Cascade Challenge, Deanne Carey.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 Cascade Challenge presented by Discraft. It's our first time out here at an Elite Series event at Shelton Springs Disc Golf Course. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
It is so pretty out here in the Pacific Northwest.
And honk.
Oh, honk.
Whoa.
Wow, you're supposed to honk on this one.
It's going to be a good day, everybody.
Real quick before we get into it, though, Jomez has a sponsor this week. It's called Hold My Bag. They just launched the biggest fantasy disc golf game on the market. They're free, there's paid contests, and you'll be competing for huge prizes or cash at each event. Sign up before the next event at holdmybagdg.com. That's holdmybagdg.com. Thanks again for sponsoring Jomez this week. You guys rule. But yeah, let's get into this tournament. It was a drizzly day out there.
Very Pacific Northwest of
sure was
this area for sure.
Yeah, but it's also a very Pacific Northwest course. Just wait until we get out of these field holes. Hole 1 is a nice, friendly starter hole, besides the fact that the gap is less than 10 feet. You can go a wide hyzer route as well, but it's not as easy to get up and down because it is such a severe left finish to get to this green. There's out of bounds, obviously, as you see all the way down the right side and deep of the basket.
Kat Mertsch, of course, winning this event when it was a Silver Series in 2023. We've seen a lot of Kat Mertsch, but she hasn't had a big win since JomezPro of that same year, 2023. Let's see what she can do today.
Looks like she is going to attack the course today like a cheetah.
Next, from Seattle, Washington, Ella Hansen.
Ella looking less speedy and graceful than Kat for some reason.
Ella, I don't know if she's a super local to the course, but definitely sub-local. She's from the Seattle area. She's played here a bunch. She also helped make sure the FPO layout was nice and ready for our field, and it's a very fun layout.
Oh, what a great starting shot for Ella.
Then, from Grapevine, Texas, Handley.
Holyn has not finished outside the top 5 at any event this season, and we are missing some people here. We're kind of getting right before Europe, so Holyn's actually the highest rated woman in our field today at 991, the highest of her career as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's going on up there.
Doing it.
And you can see why.
Probably that pizza disc.
And from Beacon, New York, Missy, Gannon.
You guys know Missy Gannon. There's not as big of a prize purse this weekend, so she's likely out of the running.
Well, here's one, though. She is like in a very tight race with Kristen for the most total money won at any major or Elite Series event. So, that's a tight battle.
Yeah, it is. She's fresh off a major win as well. So maybe the momentum will carry her through, and also these type of shots.
Yeah, those hyzers are carrying nicely, that's for sure.
Kat Mertsch from deep into circle 2. Whew. Nice speed.
Yeah, today was maybe 55 degrees?
It would kind of go between 50 and 60, just wildly swinging.
And misty, but luckily no wind. Nice starting putt for Ella Hansen.
This is the weather that Ella's used to. So wet and drizzly, she's feeling right at home.
Slightly damp, perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I like being out here at this course. I mean, Shelton has hosted one of the largest A tiers in the state for years and years, so it's cool to have kind of the tour visit in full force. Missy.
Yeah, the community around here is always so awesome. They've never had an Elite Series event in Washington, so the community is coming out strong. So many volunteers, course looking unbelievable. And the gallery, you could hear them roaring all over the course today.
Even on a rainy Friday.
Yeah. They're like, this is normal.
Yeah.
We have to farmer's market in this weather all the time.
Hi, what's up guys? It's Paul. I'm here to tell you that today's video is sponsored by Vessi. Some of my favorite features that Vessi gives you is they are waterproof, not water resistant, waterproof. Big difference there, keep your foot completely dry. Of course, when you find a shoe, you want comfort. That's exactly what Vessi gives you. It's the most comfortable shoe that I've ever played in. When we're playing on the tour, we're playing a lot of rounds. We're covering a lot of ground, so you need to make sure that you have a comfortable shoe, and that's exactly what Vessi gives you. So you have comfort. They're also waterproof, but the most important part about having a great shoe on tour is the grip. These work well on concrete, turf, fairway, bad situations. Best grip that I've ever had as far as a shoe goes. I started wearing Vessi Stormburst this year. I absolutely fell in love with them. You can get them in the high top, the low top. Like I said already, that the grip is fantastic and they look pretty cool too. If you want to give Vessi a shot, you can get 15% off your first order. All you have to do is go to vessi.com/JomezPro. That's vessi.com/JomezPro for 15% off.
Hole 2 is I'm going to guess the easiest hole of the day. A very short par 5 at 660 feet. There is hazard to the left and OB to the right, so you can't, totally dummy it down, but it is a pretty simple shot. You just got to line up a gap on this right side and then try to punch it down this kind of little narrow fairway in the second part. Avoid that deer and try to get a birdie. Honestly, I'd be surprised if we didn't see multiple eagles out here. Maybe not in a round, but on the weekend at 660, it's a surprisingly short par 5, which I'm a huge fan of.
Yeah, I kind of like this to start the round out. It's funny how if you do get a par, you're like, I really had to work for that.
Yeah,
so it's just this weird tweener hole, but we're definitely going to see some eagles on this one. Ella is lined up almost perfectly to the gap.
Yeah,
just skeetering a little left.
Skeetering indeed.
Slipping and sliding.
Holyn gonna hyzer a little farther than Ella did. It's okay over there, but
There's also a little sneaker gap.
yeah, it's true.
And yeah, it's good enough to not be a sucker gap. Missy trusting this disc, hanging it out a little wider than both Holyn and Ella. Still getting that ground play.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta ride that OB line for a hot second to,
Or even out over it.
yeah, to find the exact placement you want. Yeah. Now fade.
Uh-oh. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah? No.
What did it hit?
That was a wild ride, honestly. And Kat might have to take that back kind of early.
Yeah, I don't think it crossed up there. Dang.
On the bright side, if this career doesn't work out for her, I did see her at open mic last night, and she's got some pipes.
She's unbelievable. We're huge Kat Mertsch fans in the booth, and now even bigger because of her newly launched musical career.
No. Oh, that's a good break.
I think I missed that. Wait, that's not a Mando. It's
No,
Mando.
it's
Yeah.
not. Whew.
But what a nice little bounce back into the fairway.
Yeah, surprising to see.
Is Missy lining up that left gap? She's such a hyzer player. This is surprising. She sure is. That's an early release. She's going to be dealing with some trees over there.
Yeah, she's going to be almost pin high, though. I feel like as long as you get a solid 200 feet on the second shot, you're still in play from birdie, even if you don't land in the exact right position.
Yeah. Holyn filleting the gap.
Ooh,
So good.
look at her go.
A little low. Good enough for circle 2. You're happy with that here. She's got an eagle bid.
Do you have a guess for easiest hole?
I
It can be this one. We can both
honestly,
pick this
no,
one.
no. I honestly haven't played the course enough to be able to like just
Boo.
memorize. Okay, fine. Hole 3. Jeez.
You just picked the next hole. Yeah. All right. That's fair. I also don't know what any of the holes are. Ella trying a forehand.
Are you gonna pick a hole?
I picked this hole.
Oh, okay. Well, dang it, you're right.
Yeah.
I already knew you were right, and I couldn't pick it
Oh, okay. So
I didn't mean to
see.
cheat on the game.
I feel bad for booing you now.
too. I know. It's fine. I can handle it.
Let's see. Kat's 4th, and she's still going to be well outside the circle. A bogey feels like a double on this one. A lot of the holes out here, I think it's a great FPO layout overall. They're attackable for pretty much everyone in the field, but they're tricky, and you can find danger so quickly. As with any wooded course, you can get some crazy kicks and be fighting for your life out here. It's fun.
Yeah, so fun.
I think
It's crazy how if you are filleting the gaps, if you're down the center, it can feel
easy
easy.
course.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can feel so easy. And if you are just having one of those days where you're a little bit off, you're toast.
Mm-hmm.
If you're shanking, however, it can work out.
It could work out. Ella inside the circle on her 3rd.
There were 16 birdies. This was the easiest hole, like we said, averaged a third of a stroke under par. 16 birdies is 42% of the field. There
Kind of
are
a smaller field.
38 this week. Like Erika said, the European swing has begun, so some players are leaving for that. Also, this event's just the farthest northwest part of the country, and some people just didn't want to make the journey, which they will regret once they hear about how awesome it is.
Holyn. That's nearly 60 feet, it looks like, for eagle.
Holyn, the only eagle of the day.
Nice. 3 down through 2.
So sick. Just a little jumper for eagle.
Sweet.
And it is 3 down through 2.
Isn't math fun?
It's so awesome.
Missy missing a little bit to the left from circle's edge.
You can see Missy's still, she's had to do some work for that par. So this hole is, I think it's fair. I like it as a par 5. I think it's fair. It's not quite a tweener yet.
Yeah, it's just hard enough with, that secondary shot where I think I don't feel bad calling it a 5. It's just you see that distance and it's surprising.
Yeah.
But the other par 5 we have in store for you guys really, I think,
Makes up for it.
makes up for it and then some. Just wait.
It is not eagleable, we'll say.
Is it even birdieable?
It is, but man, you have to have some pretty special shots.
Pretty big scoring separation. Got an eagle, got a birdie, got a par, got a bogey.
Yeah, we do.
All right, full spread, everybody. Wow. Cool eagle.
Yeah. Hole 3. This was my pick for easiest hole. 295 feet. You can go straight at it through this gap with a little flexi shot. You can squeeze a hyzer on the right side as well if you're desperate, but I think it is a desperate play. I think the flex shot is the way. You do see a lot of discs finishing out to the right, trickling into those bushes. There's still some putting you can do from over there on the elevated pin. A nice friendly hole. Let's have a chase card or second feature card check-in. Doesn't roll off the tongue as nicely.
Not quite as nicely, no.
Paige gonna hyzer flip up that gap that I called for a flex shot, and it's perfect.
It works really well for the hyzer flip as well. But yeah, I think the right side hyzer gap, nah.
Paige, one of 3 players on the day to park this hole. We saw Rebecca Cox park it yesterday in the match play as well, or Wednesday.
I was like, we did? Did we?
We did.
Ooh, Holyn with 8. Nice straight shot, catching that final guardian tree, though. Gonna be well outside circle 2. Matt, did you have an idea of what's gonna be a good round out here?
My guess, it's really hard to say because I've only played it in dry conditions, and so I thought we were going to see some 5 downs, maybe some 6 downs. But in the wet conditions, I think it did play substantially more difficult. Ooh, let's watch this follow flight while we discuss.
This is a Glow C-Line P2, so Ella going little flexi putter guy.
Love that. But yeah, I think the tee pads are a little on the slippery side.
Yeah.
You're having to dry your disc off a lot. It's a drizzly rain where the umbrellas don't quite work. You're still just getting wet somehow. And so I think that will make it play a little harder today. I think, yeah, 2 downs. We'll see some 3 downs. Maybe. I think even par could be very competitive.
It usually is. Yeah, I was thinking 5-6 would be great, but I was thinking a lot of people would be under par.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a little tougher than you'd imagine today in that
But it's
misty conditions.
And it's like we forget too that wooded courses a lot. Sometimes you are just fighting for your life out there.
It's true. Feels like most times actually.
Yeah.
Except for practice when you're so good. Holyn, just gonna lay up from there, make it a 3 down through 3.
Here's cat Mertsch from those bushes.
Yeah, pretty common landing zone. I really like all the par 3s out here.
Me too.
Ooh, girl.
Birdie. Such nice pace on it as well. We get a little mini bow.
Probably the fastest pace in the field with that shirt.
Just watch that putt on repeat, and I guarantee you'll get better at putting.
Guarantee, huh?
Guarantee.
Wow.
Contact Jomez for your guarantee details.
Well, Missy connecting on another birdie, moving to 2 down.
Quarter of the field got this one. I think we'll see more tomorrow.
Where did it land, easiest wise?
Tie for 14th, so we're in the top 5-ish.
Shows a good guess.
Yeah.
Good panic guess.
Thank you.
And Ella with a turkey right off the rip. Man, lots of colors already. Love to see it.
And everyone in the top 10 under par.
I do believe the front 9 plays quite a bit easier, though.
Definitely.
You want to stack your birdies early. Maybe not this one, though. It's pretty tough. Par 4, 535 feet. It's a backhand kind of turnover or maybe flex on the right side. I like a forehand just for placement, and then it's a very long tunnel. There are so many shots out here at Shelton Springs that are just like this, where it's a left to right moving shot off the tee, and you can kind of go really aggressive backhand or maybe a little bit safer forehand, but then a more difficult second shot. If you're Ella or Holyn or some of those power forehand players, I think we're going to see some brand new things this course has never seen before with how powerful these sidearms are.
The trouble area is right where Ella landed, though. She might be far enough into that grouping of trees to be able to get out. But if you land on the short side, it can be brutal over there. You really do need to finish to the right to try to get for the birdie.
Which is weird because it doesn't look like it. It looks like there's so many trees over to that right side. And that almost looks like a shank from Missy, but it was like
pretty good.
Perfect. It was a perfect line. Just caught a tree. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of sidearms this weekend.
Yeah, the second shot is also very important on a lot of these holes.
Yes.
They're always very difficult if you do not try to go aggressive off the tee.
And Cat in a pretty typical landing zone with the forehand. A little shorter than you want, but it's fine. Hole 4, I think, is the first hole that you step up to that you're not, like, chomping at the bit to get a birdie.
Yeah.
Like, a par's fine here. Holyn going to catch early and bounce pretty far into the right. We'll see what she has left.
Here's Kat with a little right to left shot. I'm going to try the forehand here. I love this play.
Man, you can tell she's been working on her sidearm. That's not a normal shot shape that we see from Kat's sidearm.
Because there's so many trees that are all fairly large mature trees on this course, you do have you find yourself pinched a lot, and you find yourself needing to pull a sidearm out where it would be a backhand shaping shot. There's just a lot of places where it's a little too tight for the backhand. Missy gonna find a route though.
Oh, yeah, Missy. I'm going to find the circle's edge.
I didn't even know that was over there.
Is it over there?
It sure looks like it.
Huh. Ooh, Holyn just kind of chipping out from here.
She's still got some work left to do from there.
Yeah, a lot of tall, mature trees. There's some small adolescents out there as well, just not very many. We must protect them. Let them grow.
It's crazy how I guess they've had a pretty dry month, and just the last day or so of misty rain has made the green all in this forest really pop.
The moss is really popping for
Yep.
sure, too.
If you pay attention during the flyovers versus the camera angles now.
Ella with a fantastic second shot, really touchy sidearm angle from there.
Yeah, you're going to like it, Ella. Look at this little gallery out in the rain.
Love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Holyn with a good amount of work left to do for her par, and
sheesh.
welcome to Shelton.
Mm-hmm. There is some OB over there. I don't think she reached it. No, she's good.
It's like a little earlier, I think, where it is the closest to the fairway. You know what I mean? The walking path. And she still has some work left to do for a bogey.
And that's how they stack up out here in the woods.
Cat Mertsch for another long birdie look. Not quite. Holyn looking for a bogey from nearly 40 feet. Looks like that tree's a bit in her way. She's straddling out to the right.
Oh. Thankfully, she's got a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah. Doubles just feel rough out here, though. If you can limit it to a single bogey, you can kind of move on a little easier. Doubles, though. Ooh, Missy Gannon.
Taking a route that we didn't know existed, and I will eye up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to walk through there, and I bet it's tiny.
Nothing.
I bet it's tiny.
Ella for another birdie. Oh, look at her go.
Oh, 4 in a row. So,
Oh,
that's something to think about.
oh, it is. I think I want to call it a Pacific Loon.
On board.
I saw my first one this week, and I was
Fantastic.
jazzed.
What a beautiful call they have. Weirdly not as good as the common loon, but, you know, pretty good.
Still beautiful.
It's pretty good. And the old double shift, Ella and Missy, the only ones on our feature card able to keep it bogey-free so far. Ella leading the field at 4 down.
Here we are at this very difficult par 3. It's only 325, but it's a pretty sharp left finishing shot that you also have to avoid that Mando on the left, which weirdly gets into your head. You want to push far straight for a while, but then really far left, slightly downhill, so there's a little help. This one's a little bit of a poke and hope. There is a pure line if you go a little sharper and earlier right around the Mando tree, but yeah, it's not one that you're going to guarantee to get every round.
Yeah, definitely not. It's also fun if you hit those trees on the right and miss that mandatory. There's a drop zone I didn't know anything about. Ooh, yeah. Okay, well, we're going to see Ella take it. Did you know there was where the drop zone is? It's a short
yes.
tee. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have looked at it, but
A lot of times if I make this gap,
yeah.
which I don't usually, I land where the drop zone is.
So you know of it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm-
It's a fair shot from
I'm-
there, but it's
yeah.
not easy.
I'm throwing from there often on shot 2.
Yeah, just the way the tee pad is kind of lined up to the trees. It's so easy to hit those trees on the right.
I'm feeling so much better right now because
Right?
this is it looks like such a big gap, and it is a big gap, but there's something happening here.
It like narrow. I don't know. I
Cat
don't know
gonna
what
make it
is.
look easy
Mm-hmm. Well, it is easy if you do it.
and doesn't get rewarded.
Yeah.
Honestly, this whole it's fine.
It's fine. Cat having some kind of emotion. And Holyn gonna pipe it as well.
So good. Oh.
But yeah, I I like trying to keep pushing more straight than hyzering. I feel like it baits you into a hyzer.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. I like that. And here's Ella from the drop zone. It's up and on the right side, so she's still got about, what, 200 feet?
Yeah, maybe
basket?
even just slightly more than that. I do think this sidearm line is the better route. There's kind of a sharp backhand line, but if you have the sidearm, absolutely throw it.
Yeah. It's a fast green, though. You can see Ella getting some skips. Pretty hard packed there compared to a lot of the course.
Okay, so we know it's a sidearm with Missy throwing the sidearm.
Yes. This played as the 4th most difficult hole of the day. I'm
Oh,
feeling
that makes
so
me feel
much
better too.
Yeah.
I missed the mandatory and I felt like I was the loneliest girl in the world at that drop zone. The rest of my card made it. Missy gonna have about a 28-footer for a bogey save.
Holyn with a long birdie look.
I like the effort.
Yeah, there were only 4 birdies today, all of them from Circle 1. Cat with a very obstructed putt here. There's just nothing to work with. Gets a little tree kick.
All right. Ooh. Ella working hard for this bogey. Got some foliage on the left. She's in a pretty wide straddle.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Really good effort.
Yeah, Danny Clyden, Sarah Hokum, Rebecca Cox, and Raven Klein all getting the 2.
Oh, Missy all over that dang thing. She just laughs. Give her the slow Oh my gosh, they're doing it. I didn't think they would do it.
Bounce, chains,
Yep.
roll on the rim.
Oh. Good catch, basket. That's the funniest slow-mos I've ever seen. And Par probably feeling decent for Holyn after watching some of her card mates struggle.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I knew this one was one of the harder par 3s, but I didn't realize it was quite this difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to get it to go so far left at the end. So even with a good shot, you're not really in putting range that often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most really good shots still in circle 2.
Mm-hmm. Deep circle 2.
Mm. And pretty knotted up at the top. 2 down through 5, leading the way, and then a whole bunch at 1 down.
So maybe you just have to pad your birdies on the first 3 holes.
Yeah.
And this one.
It's looking like it. Yeah, this one's a nice open par 3, 345 feet. There's an OB line on the left side that can come into play if you get a really big flare skip. But for the most part, you're just punching something straight down there, getting a little bit of fade. You can flex it if you want. Just pick a shot that you like. There was no wind today, which is nice. I feel like in practice it was like a pretty strong right to left.
Yep.
But today, just throw the dang thing.
Yeah, it is uphill, so it plays slightly longer than that 345.
Mm-hmm.
You have to crush this one.
Yeah, you see a lot of people landing in circle 2, like maybe just outside circle 1. Paige gonna find, it's like almost another bullseye hit. This one's nice because unlike some of the other holes, if you mess up the drive, it's just kind of a routine par at least.
It played as the second easiest hole of the day, and I think that's largely because of lack of bogeys. Because still only 20% of the field birdieing, only 8 today out of 38 competitors.
Kat Mertsch likes the woods so much that she decided to play on the far right side instead of the wide open fairway.
Last year on this hole, that entire tree line was filled with the very invasive Scotch broom, whatever it's called, the yellow flowers that are everywhere.
I thought it was witch's broom until you said Scotch broom earlier today.
But they cleared it all out, so it's a lot easier to recover if you filter into those trees.
Mm-hmm. This is looking good for Missy. And nice pump, getting to 25 feet or so. Ella a little bit more straight at it. Oh, there's the rain.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see it misting out there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is such a typical landing spot just outside the circle left. Look at this. No one else had this shot today. No one's even thought about this upshot from here.
Cat recovering really well, though. She's just outside the bullseye for par.
Holyn with a little bit of a gap from 50
Ooh.
feet.
A nice aggressive bid. There's Ella with a chance to bounce back from that double bogey. Oh, yeah.
nice.
Putting stroke's looking good today.
It really is. For the semi-local. I think it's always funny when we call people locals when they just live in the same state as of where we're playing. But she's pretty close.
Same region.
Yeah. And not a par for Ella yet. Nice. Missy rings up another birdie. Gonna match pace with Ella. Both of them 3 down through 6.
Cat recovering for par. It's crazy how quickly the mist would start and stop too. And then sometimes there's just random huge drops. would
Yeah.
come, but they would be so far interspersed.
Yeah, especially in the woods though too, coming off the trees. It's a wild day out there.
Hole 7, very gettable par 4, but this tee shot is pretty difficult. The tee pad is aimed to the left, and you kind of have to throw around a little grouping of trees in the corner to land to this spot just to the left of the Mando. Your second shot, the green is very well guarded. There's also some trees along the right side that don't allow you to just dummy a hyzer. It really favors a forehand approach, but this tee shot is kind of the meat of the hole. It's really what dictates how the rest of the hole is going to go. It's super easy to have your disc hyzer out and end up left on that OB line, or to miss the Mando right and be a little bit too far tucked.
Or just like, yeah, not quite miss the Mando, but be so pinched.
Yes.
I like a sidearm here.
Yeah, I
if you
think
have
sidearm
it.
is the play.
I'm so surprised that Ella is not throwing sidearm here. But she's getting really aggressive, it looks like.
Ooh, this is a cool play. Oh, but she's playing around with the Mando.
She's messing around for sure. And
Okay. She'll be a
just-
little pinched over there.
just big props to the course designers, and I think Ella had a hand in moving us back from the men's par 3 just a short way up. I think this is a great par 4 for FPO.
Cat with a bit of an early release. She's going to be taking it from OB again.
Yeah, Cat kind of struggling to get things going today. Holyn also getting so aggressive. It's just so surprising because
Yeah.
they can just, if you just line yourself up to the gap with a forehand, like,
And this seems like
oh, it's a, oh.
Oh, I love this, actually. Oh,
Oh.
no. Misses the Mando.
Dang
No.
it.
I love the play.
I just think that both of
It's-
those are like wildly aggressive when they can get the birdies with the
She
forehand.
wants to eagle. She's trying
You're
to
right.
eagle.
Actually, that would be sick.
It would be sick.
I rescind my earlier statement.
And I think for round 1, like, why not? Let's
You're
mess
right.
around a little.
Let's do it. Give the people what they want.
Unless that was a thrower, it's hard to say. I don't think it was.
I think it was intentional.
I
Let's
think
see
it
what she
was
threw. Let's
intentional.
see. She threw an ESP heat. It was intentional.
Yeah. Cat early releasing a little bit again. Maybe struggling out here in the misty conditions. Because she's missing her line just a little bit more left than we typically see.
And perhaps just, she's won this one before.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Pressure. Holyn recovering really well from the drop zone. Missy, even though she was a little pinched left, she's got a gap over here. But
kind of pulls it. Kind of gets away with it.
being short left of the basket is pretty brutal, though. Those trees can obstruct your putts pretty heavily.
Whoa. Here's Ella with a pretty pinched angle. With something really stable, she might be able to get a putt, though, with a nice flare. Wow. Wow, wow.
She's so good at those skipping shots.
That's
She's
great.
good enough for circle 2.
That's as well as anyone can do it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
Yeah.
Cat throwing 4 from here.
And having to deal with a very sticky little shrub. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Girl. what a shot. Yeah, look.
There's nothing.
Misty Bush.
Oh
Wow,
my
with the park
gosh.
job.
What a show off. No, just kidding. The cheetah runs.
How can you show off when we can't even see her?
True that.
Also a cheetah joke, actually. Missy just going to lay up for a par. Did you say the cheetah runs?
Yeah. The cheetah sprints.
Ella. All right.
Man.
I like this because I don't want her to par a single hole in the front 9. That's my goal for today.
Yeah. It's a good goal
Yeah.
for you.
For me, specifically. Today.
Nice. Was this like her third slow mez? Heck yeah.
She's made a bunch. Oh, she loves that one, too. Yeah, her putt's looking great.
Yeah, we saw Ella struggling a bit on the putting green at Champions Cup. Love to see her going Drano. Speaking of Drano, Holyn. Another big putt.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of it.
Oh, these days I never envy the media crews having to deal with the big plastic bags on the cameras.
Oh, I can't imagine. Imagine playing in that. Sometimes I think about that in a just like a nice cheap poncho.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Yeah, shout out to all of our media people on Disc Golf Network and the Jomez team.
It's gotta be so warm and humid in those things. You know what I mean?
It's like
a
greenhouses.
greenhouse. Yeah.
You could grow crops in there.
They probably are. By day 3, there's gonna be moss in all of them.
Maybe a banana slug.
Definitely. Ella gonna take the solo lead on the field after that really impressive second shot and big putt. Hole 8, another par 3, 290 feet. We got ourselves a tunnel here. You can go backhand with a putter or mid. You might see some fairway drivers. Dead straight is obviously a great play. There's kind of a right side flexy something. This one little curvy cartoon tree is in the way for that kind of high punching straight shot. I like the sidearm actually to go into the left. There's a nice big gap over there. Let's check out Kona Montgomery. She's 2 down bogey free so far. And she... Oh!
Yeah, finds that right flexi line.
Is she going for that? She must have been. Was she?
I don't know.
We can't tell.
We can't tell. I think it is one of those lines, too, that's just very friendly. Like, you're going
Yeah.
for the straight shot,
Mm-hmm.
and oops, I turned it a little bit too much,
Yeah.
but I got through.
Yeah, it's a fine error to make.
Yeah.
If it was an error. But regardless, another birdie for Kona to move to 3 down.
Paige Heiser flipping up the middle, getting squeaky around one tree, and it is working out for her onto the green.
Let's watch everybody.
Yeah.
Raven Klein also on the second feature card. Ooh, going a little flexy herself. Beautiful.
High-fiving the cartoon tree.
Yeah, I don't know which. Is it just
Oh.
Dr. Seuss maybe?
I didn't realize Paige got caught up on this little stump, this little guardian stump.
Yeah, that log will really get you.
But what a birdie on the elevated pin.
What do you think she's eating?
Snack birdie. No telling.
Cookie. A whole slew of birdies here on this feature card.
Yeah, there were 9 birdies, and we've already watched 3, and we still got 4 more players to watch.
Well, math. Ella taking my preferred line. Ooh, to be clear, that is not my preferred line. That was definitely sawed off and early. She was definitely trying to go to the left. It looks like a bit of a slip. Missy, a technician going straight up the middle.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
just look at it.
Oh, yay.
Wow, misses the tree. Couldn't be
Oh,
more perfect.
goodness.
Love to see it. That is her Big Z Cicada.
Perfect.
Just if you have to pick anyone in the FPO field to throw dead straight down a tunnel 300 feet, it's Missy Gannon.
See if Holyn takes the forehand route. Yeah. Oh, but
She does, but overturns it. That's fine.
That pizza fights. It's pin high.
Yeah. Pizza putting in the work.
Wow, I did not even consider a forehand on this hole.
I think, I mean, the backhand is right there. Oop. But yeah, take a peek at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow it's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty friendly. I feel like the backhand sometimes you just see some really big kicks off those center trees, you know?
Ella from way out.
Go in.
No,
it's
your
gonna be
goal.
a par.
What a letdown.
Oh, man, I just wanted to accomplish one thing today, you know?
We did make a hot soup. It's a good accomplishment.
I don't know that they need to know that.
It's cold out there, folks.
It is cold. Yeah, we made chicken soup, everybody.
We're really painting the picture for the world.
Okay.
Oh.
Cat with a nice par. She's looking a little unsatisfied out there. She should probably eat some soup. She would feel better.
Yeah, hot soup.
Yeah, I like putting it in a mug myself, you know, just to paint the picture further while staring out at the ocean,
Heck
ideally
yeah.
at low tide.
That's what you're missing if you didn't come to this event.
Missy, after filleting the gap, gonna get another birdie. Do you think they're imagining geese eating soup or like people? You know what I'm saying? Like beaks? Like dipping in? Leave it in the comments. What are you picturing?
Now I have a pretty horrible image in my mind.
Yeah.
Geese eating soup is not something you want on the t-shirt.
No.
Like some of the...
Some weirdos do, I'm sure. Missy gonna tie it up with Ella. They are leading the field. Quite a few 3 and 2 downs. A lot of scoring separation.
Let's finish up the front 9 here with this par 4. Another left to right finishing shot off the tee. The basket is blind. You want to get somewhere past this white stake. You don't have to push the right side. That little yellow marked area is hazard. This is one of the easier holes in my opinion. As long as you don't go out of bounds left, it's a pretty straightforward birdie. I think a forehand's a great play off the tee as well if you don't feel like getting super aggressive with the backhand. Let's watch Kona with a backhand.
Yeah, I like the forehand, but it's hard to push like super far past the stake, and it makes the second shot a little bit harder. I don't know, this backhand, something about this backhand doesn't agree with me though.
It's a little scary.
It's like a little tough, maybe just with that OB right there.
But
Oh, look at her
Kona-
go!
Yeah, Kona. Oh man, Kona with a wide open shot, so wide open that she's just gonna run at it.
Why not? Did you hear her own? She said, "Chill out, girl, chill." Oh, and a nice birdie conversion from Kona to move the 4 down. A turkey to end the front 9.
Heck yeah.
And a nice foggy camera.
The vibes. It's bouquet.
Missy really working this right side. Gonna let it fade out. That's gonna be just fine. She might have to sneak over that hazard if she doesn't want to throw maybe a forehand out to the left.
Main thing is you don't want to be too early right. That's when it gets real weird. It's fine to be, like we saw Kona over pushing that OB line on the left side, really opening up that second shot.
Yeah, it's definitely better over there for the second. Like, Ella's going to be fine, but it'll be a little teeny bit pinched. I do like that that white stake is there. It's like a really good marker. Oh my gosh.
Oops.
Holyn's going to find the hazard on her first throw. That's so far off the tee. Like, how far do you think that is?
I don't know.
Aw.
Aw.
Dang it.
She goes too far.
Ooh, that's a fun
Cat
shot. Cat
Mertsch
also
too?
going to find... No.
She went past Holyn.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my God, they're crushing.
Man. No wonder they keep making all these courses harder. Like, they're trying to eagle this thing. Ooh. Ella gonna pull her sidearm. A little too straight is the better mistake to make. There is OB on the left side as well that I always forget about until we're really close. Missy gonna park it for one final birdie to move to 5 down. This is a funny little bean shape of hazard. You know?
It sure is.
Yeah. A kidney bean, perhaps. Holyn, after a hot start, 3 down through 2. Gonna finish maybe just 1 down, it looks like.
Some nice recovery shots from the hazard. Cat did kind of come in a little hot. We'll see what she has left for her par putt.
Ella from 50 feet or more. Just gonna have to settle for 2 pars in a row. We hate that for her. Just kidding, obviously. Ella having a great round. Just 1 blemish. Man, a lot of work left actually here for Cat. She's gonna move to 2 up. And this is where it starts to get tough mentally to stay in it when you're a couple over going into the harder part of the course. But we've seen Cat Mertsch do some amazing bounce backs, so I'm not too worried for her.
About a third of the field birdieing this hole. But our feature card not quite able to capitalize as often. I think Missy gonna walk away with the only birdie.
And leading our feature card. So perhaps just enough money on the line for her to really care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see no $ earrings, so.
So after that front 9, we get to head back into the woods for most of the back 9. Those open holes were friendly today because of the wind being down, but you stay feeling that mist even in the trees as we move through this course. It gets a lot mossier. It gets so pretty. So come hang with us on the back 9 for, I think, y'all's first look maybe at Shelton Springs Disc Golf Course in a few years.
Yeah, definitely on this scale for sure. And a couple brand new holes as well. Yep, some wet, misty geese. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
And
we'll see a lot more scoring separation on the back, a lot more shots.
Yeah.
It felt like you kind of just put the brakes on as you head into the back 9 because you're watching a lot more disc golf, which you guys probably like. So we'll see you on the back. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.